Good evening, wherever you are in this beautiful world. I am Joy Francis, the CFO and AI Automation Strategist. I am here today. Instead of talking about the usual marketing and all the good stuff there, I realized I need to make an apology. I did not tell you about who I am and what my background is. And so even though I tell people not to start with an apology, I apologize for not giving you that information. So very quickly, it's going to be a short one today because it's just going to be a little bit more about me and just we'll just take that and go. I am all of Yes, okay, let's just start over again there. I'm Joy Francis, and I have been around for a few days. This white hair used to be dark. It used to be very dark brown, and now it's white. So you know that I'm not just a young kid. I am actually 72 years young, and I have lived a life that has a lot of interest and a lot of creativity. I love to be creative, and that is one of my favorite things to work on. The creativity and using my brain to become what I want to be, what I want to do, and to be able to help others. That's the biggest thing that I work on and the biggest thing that I do. My number one value in life, and the thing, if you want to hurt me, I guarantee you tell me you don't believe that I told you a lie and you have offended me horribly. I am known for being honest till the day is long. You, e- that's just one of the things that I'm most proud of. Not that I'm always right, but I'm going to the best of my knowledge, tell the truth for everything. And that's just who I am. I grew up with a father. Let's start with the beginning. In the beginning, God created Joy, and Joy is a very happy girl. But Joy was born blind, but nobody told her. She did not know that. I thought I was clumsy, just walked into things. I thought I couldn't play baseball. I couldn't catch a ball. I couldn't hit the ball. I couldn't get the ball into the basket. I didn't have the ability because I didn't know why. I Nobody told me that there was a problem with my eyes. I was wearing glasses from the age of 2. They started doing surgery on my eyes at the age of 12 months, and I never knew that there was something different about my eyes than there is about yours. And so I just grew up doing and creating and developing everything I could to do well. I had my first grade teacher. I loved her. Her name was Mrs. Jameson. She was good enough that not only when we graduated from first grade to second grade, she also graduated. And then she graduated from second grade to third grade with us. But unfortunately, she flunked third grade and she had to repeat it over and over and over again. She kept teaching third grade, but they moved her with us, and she had taken me under her wing and helped me through a lot of the vision problems. The school did not like the doctor my parents had taken me to or were taking me to, but he was the only one that would do the surgery on my eyes. And so that's where they insisted, and that's where we went. But nobody told me that I was blind. I did not know that I was technically blind until I was in my 30s. And all of a sudden, I had started a business, and my business is failing miserably, and I couldn't figure out why, and I said, "Okay, I'm not reading the materials that I need to keep on reading. Let's go to the eye doctor." I have been going to eye doctors all my life. Like I said, they started doing surgery at 12 months. So, I went to the eye doctor and said, "Okay, what's going on?" And he said, "I don't know. Let's send you and get a neurological test done." So they sent me off for a neurological test, and the doctor there said, "Well, it's very obvious you are only seeing 4 4 to 5 characters at a time. And it was, "Okay, well, what does that mean?" It means you're having trouble reading words and you can't see a whole word if it's more than 4 to 5 characters. And you frequently hear my line, "That's why I know all the four-letter words." No, not the ones that you were thinking about. All the other ones like and love and kind, those four-letter words. But I yeah, if I look at something and it's more than 4 letters, I can't see the more than 5 characters, I cannot see the whole word. The word up here, subscribe and share I can see. If I look well, actually, I'm not seeing the whole word share because it is in larger print. I can see the whole word like looking at it, but subscribe, I look at from the beginning and I go to the end. And then when I get to the end, I take it back the other way, so I'm reading both forward and backward, trying to put the words together. And fortunately, God gave me a brain that was able to do that. And so I do all kinds of things because I learned how to do them. And my father would tell me that everything I did was never right or good enough. But at the same time, my mother would tell me that I could do anything if I set my mind to it. So I did, and I have done anything and everything. You name it, you tell me I can't do something and consider it done. It's going to be accomplished. May take me a bit longer, but I will accomplish it. It will be done. And that's who I am. The thing that has become the most beneficial to me is to be able to analyze and to be able to figure things out, to come up with that creative idea, to figure out what's going on. How can I make this work? Because that's was what I had to do with my whole life. I only am able to walk around rooms because what my brain has done. I had a new client years ago, and he was a fencer, like in the Zorro kind of fencing. He made fencing equipment, the swords that are used in fencing competition. And I never told people that I had a vision problem because I didn't know it was blindness. I just knew it was a vision problem. I never told anybody about that and the degree that I had until I developed that know, like, and trust. What the thing that we all need to do with all of our customers and clients and prospects. And so when I did, he looked at me and said, "Oh my goodness, Joy, thank you. I finally understand." Because in fencing, we look for the weakness in our opponent, and your eyes never stopped moving. They scanned from one side to the other continuously. And I all of a sudden knew how I was able to see things because I can only see those 4 to 5 characters. But like I said, a word like subscribe, I can't see that whole word. So I start at the beginning, I go to the end, and then I come back and see it again going the other way. I put the letters back together, and usually it will come back the right word. But I was at a Toastmasters convention with my mentor, and I had stopped by his room. We were going down to a meeting, and I saw a book on his table, and I said, Bob, what is this? What's this score? What's the score book here?" And he looked at me and said, "Joy, what score book?" I said, "Right here, score." He said, "That's not score. That is source." When I put the letters back together, the U was in the middle. It was bigger letters, and I never saw that U. And I put the letters back together as score. SCORE instead of SOUCE. The word was source. And I never knew that that was what I was doing and never realized it. But that's how come some of the words come back funny. And it's amazing because what it has done, it has given me the ability to see things, to find things, to discover things that many others will never ever see or find or do because I had to. I didn't have the option. I only could do what I could figure out how to do. And that's one of the things that makes me one of the best at what I do. I can always come up with probably 14 different alternatives to just about anything. So when it doesn't work for you, I say, "Oh, well, what about this? What if we tweak this? What if we do this? What if we just do this little bitty over here?" And we adjust it, do it, and if it works, great. If it doesn't, we try another. And that's one of the things that has helped so many of my clients, so many of the students that I have taught over the last 40 years. And I have had more fun with that because people don't see it. They don't realize that there are things there. And I do. I didn't know what it was for the longest time, but I've now made the commitment because of growing up with this father that told me nothing that I did was ever right or good enough, and also having a mother that told me that I could do anything if I set my mind to it, I've made a commitment. I am out to help as many businesses as I can. I have since I was 5 or 6 years old, always wanted to help people make money, and that's what I've been doing, and that's what I will continue to do. I have turned it into the I've gone from the financial work into the marketing and the AI and automation, and I love that. It is just exciting and fun for me. And the creativity and the skills give me the ability to do all kinds of great and wonderful things, set something up, and then I'm smart enough to turn it over to somebody who knows how to do it. And so they put my ideas into reality, and then we test it, make sure it works, and then we'll give it to a client, to a customer, or to me. Even I get to use my ideas and things. And so that's what I am doing. My ambition, my long-term goal, and yes, even the 72, I intend to live another at least 30 years. My long-term goal is to be able to create a nonprofit that is going to assist a minimum of 10 million women to overcome the problems that I lived through, that took me 70 years to finally get to the point that I was able to let go of that problem and now able to do things productively. It took me forever because I let my father have free rein up here in this brain. And that's not what I want anybody else to be doing. We've heard of the imposter syndrome. That's what I had. It was constantly saying, it was my father up there saying, "That's not good enough. Do it better. Do it better. You got to do better. You got to do better." And I let that happen. I don't want any women because women have suffered this more than men. Men suffered also, but my passion is to help women like me not have to spend the 70 years that I spent attempting to get better and better and better. Fortunately, I stopped education when I got with the master's degree because I was teaching at University of Detroit Mercy, and the dean I was teaching in the College of Engineering, and the dean wanted me to get a PhD in accounting. And I said, "No, no, 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 no. I will take it in communication, I'll take it something else," but I did not want to do a PhD in accounting. I'm very good at accounting, but I did not want the PhD, and that's the only reason that I stopped going for the education. I don't want another woman to have to put herself through that, to be constantly trying to get better because you can do anything if you set your mind to it. My mother told me that. I'm telling you that. I'm telling everyone that. And that is what life is all about. You believing in yourself, knowing that you can get better. And I will help any woman through that through the process to learn what I have learned, and I will give you all my secrets so that you can put that imposter syndrome on a shelf and close the door and lock it so that it's back there so you can live the life that you deserve, the life that you want, and be the person that you want to be. And that's my goal for the rest of my life. So now you know a little bit more about me. I am going to end with my usual. If no one has told you yet today that they love you, let me be the first. I love you because you are you. And that is so very, very special. Thank you for being you. Thank you for being here. And thank you for listening to me. And may the profits be with you forever and always. You earn as much income as you can and learn to keep it. And you get rid of that imposter syndrome. You get rid of all the barriers that are holding you back. I love you. Keep coming back, and I'll see you again tomorrow.